Okay, Sarah, I think you may start lah.
Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and welcome to RP1/FYP1 series 4.0. Before begin our session this morning, let us together recite Furqan Al-Fatiha. Okay, amin ya rabbal alamin. So may Allah give us full understanding throughout this session, insyaAllah. So as you know, today's talk will be about the preparation for pre-manuscript. And as I am fully aware, you guys, the students have gone through for three series before, and hopefully today's talk will assist your project journey, and hopefully you can finish your project in the provided time. So before I will start, allow me to introduce our speaker for today. Rasanya sebelum ni semua orang dah pernah jumpa lah Doktor speaker kita. Tapi tadi saya akan cerita sikit lah tentang Doktor. Okay, insyaAllah. So, Engineer Dr. Ashraf Azmi is a PhD graduate in Chemical Engineering from University Science Malaysia, USM Penang. He has more than 3 years of working experience as a process/product engineer and has more than 5 years in manufacturing, research and development (R&D) field. He also involved extensively in project management, troubleshoot, improvement, documentation, new part costing, existing process product cost optimization, and quality assurance and quality control tasks during the tenure as process/product engineer. Mastered in computational fluid dynamics (CFD), data analysis, parameter estimation, mathematical and computational model development, non-linear programming (NLP), dynamic optimization, thermal safety and fouling analysis, while he's in R&D. So for students who will deal for this kind of methods in the projects, you can directly, maybe you can have a consultation with Dr. Ashraf. Now, Dr. Ashraf is affiliated to School of Chemical Engineering, College of Engineering, UiTM Shah Alam. Regards to research, academic and publication, Dr. Ashraf has published more than 20 research papers in various reputable journals. He has also attended and presented his work in various international and national conferences. So, Dr. Ashraf here is a very high achiever and I have many contributions too. So hopefully the students can memanfaatkanlah Dr. Ashraf kan. Okay, so without further ado, I will pass the floor to Dr. Ashraf for his talk session. InsyaAllah.
Thank you very much, Miss Sarah Sofia, for the very interesting introduction for me. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all of you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so today we are going to talk about talk series number 4, which is regarding your pre-manuscript preparation. Okay, so I will share my screen. Can you all share my screen? Sarah?
Nampak, Doktor?
Okay, what about my voice? Is it okay ataupun ada putus-putus?
Okay, jelas.
Okay, good. Sebab saya guna wifi UiTM ni.
Okay, berarti kalau dia start, saya akan bagi lah.
Okay, boleh. So, nampak screen ni, slideshow ni? Alright, thank you very much. Okay, class pula. Participants, okay. So, okay, as mentioned by Sarah Sofina, my name is Dr. Ashraf bin Azmi. So, I think most of you know me because of I am involved in the coordination of RP1, okay, RP1, together with Madam Shaliza. Whereas for FYP1, Mr. Nick Carol Irfan, okay, is in charge for the coordination of FYP1. Okay, without further ado, I will start my today's session. Okay, So this is a outline of the presentation for today's talk. Okay, first, the definition of pre-manuscript. Secondly, why writing? Why you need to write my pre-manuscript? Thirdly, the pre-manuscript, the process involved. Okay, fourthly, the elements in the pre-manuscript. Okay, and the subsection of the elements. Okay, formatting, grammar, tenses, and plagiarism, handful tips. Okay, Sarah, before I go into further, orang kata masuk lebih lama lagi, saya nak you tolong bagi tahu saya in case kalau suara saya stuck Right, thank you very much.
Okay, boleh.
Right, good. Okay, pre-manuscript definition. Okay, a definition of pre-manuscript. Right, so before I go further, I would like to ask from the participant floor, okay, have any one of you write a manuscript ataupun research article before? Okay, siapa yang pernah, cuba angkat tangan. Dr. Sarah, you can see the response or not? Sebab from my screen, I couldn't see any response.
Macam tak ada.
Okay, how many of you have never write a manuscript or research article before? Okay, right now I'm expecting a large number of people raising hand. Check. Sarah, can you count the number? How many?
Kalau ikut yang kat tangan ni 7 orang lah.
7 orang. Okay, so alright, we will go further. Okay, now kita continue lah. Okay, so basically a manuscript it is a handwritten or typed document submitted for review or publication, right? So it can be a handwritten or a typed document. So in your case, you are using a typed document. So the purpose is to submit it for review ataupun for publication. So in your case right now, because you are in the RP1 or FYP1 in your bachelor level, so your manuscript will be submitted to your supervisor and examiner. In terms of marking, examiner will do it. Okay. So for review, your supervisor will check it and review your pre-manuscript, and then they will send a correction ataupun revised version for you to correct it. And then later on you will submit the paper ataupun the pre-manuscript to the examiner assigned to you. Okay, so some of you might curious what is this meaning of pre-manuscript. So pre ni macam tadika lah, sekolah, kita ada sekolah rendah, kita ada sekolah menengah. So basically manuscript ni adalah satu perkara yang besar. Okay, it is involved large ataupun very important persons ataupun kata job scope. Okay, so for example, manuscript ni normally is written by those who are pursuing master, okay, Master of Science ataupun master level and PhD level. Okay, above than that, it can even sampai ke tahap professor. Okay, even professor is writing manuscript research article. Kalau you all dah check Mendeley dulu dalam Pitar punya talk tu, you have gone through a lot of manuscript lah. That's all is a manuscript ataupun research article. Okay, so preliminary means maksudnya preceding or done in preparation for something fuller or complete. Means that you have RP1 ataupun FYP1, and then for the next semester you are going to have RP2 or FYP2, right? So what you are doing right now is doing a preparation for something fuller or complete. So that's why in the pre-manuscript the elements is not orang kata accomplished yet. Okay, because you are only the pre-manuscript consists only intro, abstract, and then methodology and references. Okay, very basic. Whereas for the complete manuscript, you have to write abstract, intro, and then methodology, and then results and discussion, and then conclusion, and then reference. Okay, So in other words, pre-manuscript is a draft or a complete version of manuscript. Okay, means that you punya manuscript final is in your RP2 FYP2. Okay, nevertheless, walaupun kita panggil draft, tapi it will be evaluated. Okay, for so in the rubric ataupun dalam lesson plan, pre-manuscript is set at 20%. So quite huge number. Kalau you all main-main dalam pre-manuscript ni, dia boleh decisive lah. Decisive maksudnya dia boleh decide whether you will get A ataupun B. Okay. Alah, tak pula slide. Okay. So why? Before you nak buat sesuatu benda, you mesti tanya, apa hal aku nak buat pre-manuscript? Okay, why I need to write a pre-manuscript? Okay, in your case, I tahu lah, memang student you mesti nak write pre-manuscript ni sebab nak lulus. Kalau tak ada dalam syllabus punya requirement, I don't think you will write a pre-manuscript. Okay, sekarang ni kita betulkan niat. Okay, kita betulkan niat, and we would like to achieve more than our grade. Okay, more than just a grade. Okay, so basically research starts with new ideas and ends with publication atau reporting. Okay, so that's why kalau you tengok sekarang ni, contoh lah, I bagi you insight. Okay, contoh macam Elon Musk, macam mana dia boleh develop roket yang boleh terbang ke angkasa dan dia boleh landing semula kat muka bumi. Subhanallah. Kan? Kalau ikutkan macam out of nowhere. Tapi you kena realise the work that Elon Musk and his team conducted now is based from the, I think, more than thousands if not millions of research work. Okay? Dan research work ni is based on the reporting. Kalau dia tak report, kita tak tahu. Okay? For some cases macam nuclear weapon ataupun bio weapon, okay, this is type of research that will never be published. Okay, tapi kalau for the advancement of technology, macam mana you dapat solar technology sekarang, macam mana you dapat wind turbine, daripada angin you boleh dapat electric, generate electric. Okay, it's all starting from kata long time ago, and it is all reported, right? So good research is meaningless unless you can communicate your findings in a clear and interesting fashion. Okay, that's why lah, bila you write ataupun you do a research work, okay, it will end with a reporting ataupun publication. And in the publication, you will have your name and all the co-authors, okay, in front of the paper. So the next ataupun your peer ataupun your next generation of researcher, okay, you will pass the baton to them. Okay, so your idea will be used by them, utilized by them. So kalau you all rasa macam pre-manuscript ni just macam untuk dapat grade A, grade B, tak. Actually it's a jariah for Muslim. It is a sedekah. Kalau you write a paper and then this paper is published, people can see it globally, worldwide boleh tengok. So your idea will be used from generation to the next generation to the next generation. Kalau dalam Islam kan, kita pun belajar kan macam mana konsep sedekah kan. So to communicate, thirdly, to communicate your new discoveries or idea to your peers. Okay, ni lah macam I mention tadi Okay, and then writing is differentiate. Okay, writing it differentiate between a researcher, scientist and a technician. Okay, I know most of you have conducted your laboratory thermodynamic, fluid dynamic, ataupun maybe you ada, I tak tahu whether you are given chance to enter the process control lab ataupun simulation lab. I don't know whether you got a chance or not. But can you imagine a researcher, scientist and a technician? Those who work for you in the lab is a technician. Okay, normally they don't write any paper. Okay, they are very good in technical, but in term of writing, memang ada sedikit kata bukan defect tapi kekurangan dekat situ. Sebab they are not trained to write a paper, they are not trained to write a proper English grammar, they are not trained to search for ideas ataupun search for methods. Okay, rather they are assigned to teach you how to run the lab ataupun how to run the specific equipment, right? Whereas researcher and scientists, they are going for new things. Okay, they are going for development and new things, searching for new things and ideas. Okay, and lastly, to attract interest from others inside the in the area of research, right? So kalau macam you all minat, contohnya kalau belakang rumah you kan, tengok, okay, contohlah kan, air sungai ataupun air kotor, keruh, ataupun you ada kolam, you fikir macam mana I nak make sure kan kolam ni bersih. Okay, so banyak ada kaedah-kaedah dia. Kalau you tengok dalam membrane, dalam apa tu absorption kita boleh pakai konsep. Okay, so based on your interest, you will search for a lot of research paper, and then you can propose your new ideas, right? So keyword for pre-manuscript, to encourage you to write a pre-manuscript rather than just to get an A, is imagine this is a sedekah jariah. We will pass to generations after you, right? Okay, so the pre-manuscript, the process, basically, okay, this is the cycle of the pre-manuscript ataupun kalau kita panggil complete cycle of manuscript preparation process. But since you are just doing a preliminary manuscript, so you are going to deal with literature review, which is, I think, this is given by Dr. Faziah Marpani. Okay, literature review based on the papers you have searched, you have notings, okay, you have realized how to run the process, what is the material, okay, involved, what is the operation condition, and what have been conducted by the previous researcher, okay, and what hasn't, okay, what has not been conducted by researchers in the previous study. And then from that you can find the problems ataupun gaps. Okay, you can find problem ataupun gaps. Okay, for example lah, macam very easy kata scenario okay, let's say Sarah is conducting his master in her lab, in her lab. So he's doing some study on the kata effect of temperature on the reactivity of alcohol reaction, for example. So previous researcher, they have conducted temperature from 0 degree to 90 degrees Celsius. So, and then this is a researcher 1. Researcher 2, for example, 90 degree to 880 degrees Celsius. And researcher number 4 and number 3 conducted data from 180 degree to 270 degree. So, as orang kata, bila Sarah dah completekan dia punya literature review, she will realize, okay, she can find out what is the gaps of the research. Okay, based on the orang kata researcher 1, researcher 2, researcher 3, she found out, okay, Sarah found out that they are not okay, experiment involving temperature above 270 degree to 360 degree has never been conducted. Okay, it's never been conducted. So Sarah need to justify. Okay, this is because in the first scenario, which is researcher 1, they have lack of experiment experiment apparatus. Okay, for researcher number 2, they are using this interval because their interest of study is different. Let's say their interest of study, they want to study the effect of pressure, and that's why they setkan the particular range of temperature. Okay, so you need to justify. You have to find the gap, and then you need to justify. Okay, so this is a logical and critical thinking. So you have to make readings lah, right? Ataupun kalau you tak ada idea kenapa dia tak buat 270 sampai 360 tu, memang tak ada idea apa pasal lah, tak apa, you just mention because of lack of ataupun experimental apparatus, most likely. Okay, stated that it is most likely that the researcher 1 choose this value because of blah 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 blah. So justify. Kalau you tak ada, dia tak stated kenapa dia buat memang suka hati lah, betul tak Sarah? Tapi based on the reading lah. Okay, kalau you dapat justify based on their article, it will be good. Kalau dia tak justify, then you have to use your logical ataupun critical thinking. Okay, so lastly, you have to generate idea and design a research. Okay, for this you dah dapat dah 270 and 360. Maksudnya temperature range tu tak ada orang buat, dan you nak buat. So you tengok macam mana nak buat, apa eksperimen apparatus yang you perlukan. dan apa safety issue yang that will involve. Okay, benda-benda ni you kena aware. Okay, otherwise your method will be not producible, tak boleh buat. So you have to, orang kata, do a lot of literature, not just in your in literature review, but for your methodology as well, right? Alright. Okay, so kalau semua okay, gak ada soalan ke? Angkat tangan kalau okay. Sarah, please tengok
Setakat ni 7 orang lah yang okey.
7 orang.
7 orang yang
Alamak, kejap.
Mungkin 7 yang paling fokus. Yang lain ni mungkin ni fokus juga.
Okay, kejap.
Tapi malu-malu agaknya.
Saya cuba recall orang mana
Tapi dalam meeting ni insyaAllah ramai lah.
Oh, meeting ramai. Cuma yang
meeting ramai. Cuma yang mengangkat tangan ni tak ramai sangat.
Alright, thank you Sarah. So,
Okay.
next slide. Alright. Tengoklah jangan hang. Okay. So, the elements in the pre-manuscript. Okay, firstly, the elements in your pre-manuscript is your title. The title of research. Okay, normally kalau you punya given title dalam title selection process in the week 1 ataupun prior to the week 1, okay, normally that is a very general title. Okay, very general title. Sometimes they just buat kat situ solar energy. Okay, that is not a title actually. Okay, that is a book title. That is not a pre-manuscript title. So pre-manuscript title you have to write in detail. Okay, in detail. Okay, so the point is title should neither be too long nor too short. Jangan terlalu panjang macam komik, macam novel, then not too short, right? So I think by now you all have become familiar lah dengan title ni based on your reading. Okay, so it should capture the essence of your study. Okay, bila orang baca je you punya study tu, baca you punya title tu, they should be able to understand the whole picture. Okay, without further reading. Okay, at least they know the scope, the framework of your work, right? Generally, the title should be in between 7 to 25 words. Alright, not that title should be in between 7 to 25 words. Even kalau you write a proposal, dalam proposal rasmi, they set the limit for the title. Sometimes it limit to just 20 words. So it depends. So in your case, there is no limitation for your title, but you should follow this general advice. Okay, general, orang kata general standard lah. Okay, the title summarizes the main idea or ideas of your study. Okay, same. Okay, a good title contains the fewest possible words that adequately describe the contents and purpose of your research. Right. Ya, ingat that keyword. Contains the fewest possible word, tapi at the same time it is enough to describe the content and the purpose of your research. Right? Okay, if the title is too long, okay, kalau your title ni too long, normally it will contain a lot of unnecessary words. Okay, for example, you tengok sini a study to investigate the, contoh, effect of temperature on the alcohol reactivity. Okay, you tengok apa sekali you tengok macam sedap je ayat ni kan. Okay, then you should realize, okay, you realize why you need to put study and then you investigate. Do you need to put these two words? No need. Okay, just put a study on the effect of temperature on the alcohol reactivity. Dah simple je. So memang kalau kita Melayu ni, kita normally kita tengok study to investigate macam wow. Tapi ada bila you check balik, sebenarnya basically it is the same meaning. Study, investigate. Dua-dua study. Alright. On the other hand, a title which is too short often uses words which are too general. Okay, kalau too short pula, macam tadi lah contohnya solar energy ataupun sustainable material. Orang baca pun tak tahu apa benda, material apa, lepas tu dekat mana, guna apa, tak tahu, memang tak boleh tahu. So normally macam title ni adalah title of a book, does not provide any information on the focus of the ataupun inilah, does not provide any information on the focus of a research paper. Terlampau general. Okay, remember So kalau you all nak dapat hint untuk buat title, you buat macam ni, a study of research subject, effect of temperature and pressure, effect of concentration, effect of solution flow rate, okay, effect of you punya parameter to you punya control parameter. Contohnya effect of flow rate to the conversion, effect of flow rate, effect of fluid A flow rate to the conversion of sekian-sekian using write the method. Okay, using Taguchi method lah, using computational method, using kalau lab ni sorry lah, I tak berapa familiar, tapi I boleh bagi tahu lah. Lab ni contohnya you kata high performance chromatography, okay, using apa lagi, okay, Fourier, apa lagi, inilah banyaklah, GPC, gas chromatography and so on, using method, right? Okay, so elements in the manuscript. Okay, apart from title, you ada authors and affiliations. Okay, okay, this is an example of the title. Okay, this is authors, nak juga nama saya. Okay, this is author's name. So the writer ataupun orang kata the one who write the paper should be in the first order. Kalau macam case you punya name. Okay, contoh saya, okay, buatlah nama Muhammad Ali contohnya, ataupun Melvin Ku. Berarti you need to put your bin, just Ashraf Azmi. Okay, and then your supervisor's name. Okay, sebelum ni banyak student they put the title of the authors. Okay, so it is very important that you know that you should never put the title of the authors. Okay, for example, Dr. Ashraf Azmi, Dr. Fakroni, no need. Just put their name without bin or binti. Alright, so should list all the authors, students' name, supervisor's name, co-supervisor's name, and then other contributing authors. Okay, don't put label. Okay, label the author's affiliation. Okay, let's say you have a collaborator. Okay, in my case, I have a collaborator outside UITM. Okay, for those who are affiliated to the UITM, School of Chemical Engineering, you just label it as A. Okay, Sarah, can you see a clear version of this image? Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, put A, and then those who are affiliated to UITM, you label it as A. Ilya Idris, Muzakir Muhammad Zainul, and then, okay, that means the reader will be able to know to which Ashraf Azmi affiliated to, right? So you should label. Okay, for example, Fakroni Salahuddin Rahman. Okay, so he is affiliated to, firstly, B, School of Chemical Engineering, USM, and then C, Department of Chemical Engineering, Universitas Brawijaya, Jalan Marja Hairuna, Indonesia. Okay, and for the last author, which is Subdibyo, B, Research Unit for Minerals Technology, Indonesian Institute of Science, Lampung, Indonesia. Okay, this is the example. Okay, I know some of you have our external collaborator, so be sure to add your affiliation of the collaborator. Put their name as author and put this symbol, this label, and then write their affiliation correctly, right? Okay, semua orang okay ke? Kalau okay, angkat tangan. Alright. Okay, a short summary of your work. Okay, this is elements. Second elements in the pre-manuscript, your abstract. Okay, abstract. I think because I have been involved in the coordination ataupun team teaching for lab thermodynamics and fluid mechanics, sorry. Okay, normally you have been taught how to write the abstract. Okay, so basically abstract is a short summary of your work, right? Memang short summary, tapi you have to know what is the content. Okay, right. Ranging from 100 to 250 words, okay, which is short and concise. Depends on the publication's requirement. Okay, depends on the publication requirements. So, okay, macam yang you all punya template, okay, which I will show you later on. You punya template for pre-manuscript is it is limited to 250 words only. So 250 words. So be careful with that, alright? Okay, important. Ni satu perkara juga. Abstract ni, I don't know, because last semester I saw 2-3 papers ataupun 2-3 manuscript, they write the abstract in a paragraph form. Maksudnya macam contoh macam ni lah. Macam ni, first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph. Okay, this is incorrect. Tak betul. Abstract should be just in a single paragraph only. Macam ni saja, single. Okay, you don't have space for another paragraph, right? Okay, the main purpose of abstract, what are you trying to highlight ataupun spotlight in this manuscript? Apa yang you nak bagi tahu, right? So it should be in a flow. Make it interesting. Abstract is the first part where readers will read. Normally, kalau I punya time dulu as a PhD ataupun master student dulu, when I'm deciding whether which research paper, research article I need to use, I will read abstract first. Okay, from the abstract you will know what is the research background, problem statement, what are their objectives, what is the methodology, and okay, what is the results and discussion, and the conclusion. The most important thing for you in the literature is research background, problem statement, objectives, and methodology, right? And for you to write a literature review, you need to know the discussion as well, result and discussion. Okay, because you need to write a hypothesis in your literature review. Okay, so the contents that should be included in the pre-manuscript: firstly, research background, problem statement, objectives, methodologies. Okay, surplus ni maksudnya additional. You are not expected. Okay, you are not expected to give your result. Okay, but if you have your expected result, that will be preferable. Okay, you will make the evaluator ataupun the examiner smile. Sarah, are you there, Sarah?
Yes, Doctor.
Sorry, because I'm afraid that my line is having problem. I don't see the video.
Line Doctor macam kadang-kadang stuck tapi suara jalan je.
Alright. Thank you for that response. So, okay, expected result is a surplus. Dia tak masuk dalam rubrik. Okay, it's not included in your pre-manuscript elements. But if you have it, it will be a surplus. Okay, you will make evaluator happy, and most likely you will get an extra mark for that, because you know what is going to happen, what is going to happen in the future. You are predicting. Okay, keyword. Selected keywords must represent the content of the manuscript. Okay, jangan you buat keywords. Keywords ni kalau Facebook kita panggil tag lah. Kalau you all punya bahasa moden sekarang you panggil hashtag. Okay, hashtag. Contohnya saya tak tahu lah, tapi banyaklah hashtag raya terkejut. Contohnya, bila you tahu raya terkejut je, tak kisahlah you pada zaman 2025 ke 2040 ke, bila you tengok je hashtag raya terkejut, you memang tahu ini memang tahun 2022. Contoh, memang terkejut tak? Alright, so the example. Okay, this is how you write your example. This is example taken from my paper. I have labeled it so that you can see clearly from the abstract, okay, how to differentiate between background, your problem statement, your objectives, and your methodology. Okay, so you tengok, firstly you boleh tahu, walaupun methodology I panjang, tapi kita dah summarizekan it. Okay, we already summarized it for objectives as well. Okay, even though our objectives, we have 2 objectives, try to combine both objectives and present it in the single sentence. Okay, so background you write, for example, in this case, okay, low density polyethylene It's one of the most widely used polymers in the world. Okay, I will not read everything, but this is a very general statement. Okay, this is a very general statement. Okay, you can even check previous articles ataupun research journal. You boleh tengok apa yang subject you interested. Okay, for example, you are interested with kata proses apa tu, kata membrane, contohnya membrane, excuse me, you are using for example reverse osmosis. Okay, reverse osmosis membrane contohnya, you have to write in general. Okay, reverse osmosis has been largely used in globally. Okay, contoh. Lepas tu baru you mention sikit, you connecting with the background. Okay, for example, because problem statement ni you have to make it look like it is a big ataupun it's a very significant problem. Okay, in order to reach that, kalau you buat novel ataupun you buat satu drama pun, before you reach to the problem statement, you have to create, okay, you have to create step by step before it reach the problem statement. Okay, you can see macam mana kita panggil, orang kata dia punya increase of the, orang kata kita boleh nampak start problem dia. Okay, as the LDP industry turn into more competitive and its profit margins become tighter, okay, manufacturers have to develop solutions to the bottleneck. Okay, the bottleneck ni bahasa dia maksudnya kita nak optimize lah. Okay, to the bottleneck the reactor output while abiding to the stringent product specification. Dekat sini orang dah boleh dapat dah overview. Okay, kita boleh hidup dalam bahasa masalah, you can smell it. The problem is coming. The problem is starting to, orang kata, appear, to surface. Okay, as such, optimization offer the best option for reactor. Okay, with this problem, you just put something general. Okay, yang ni kalau you all tak biasa, tak apalah, tak ada masalah. Tapi I nak bagi tahu you what will happen to the solution given. For example, macam ni, I bagi tahu you problems. As such, optimization offer the best option for reactor debottlenecking approach ataupun reactor optimization approach. Okay, remember bila you buat problem statement, normally you have to, in my practice lah, you have to write however. Okay, when background, okay, the background sentences meet the problem statement, you have to start the problem statement with however. So background and problem statement, you start with however. However, okay, means bila orang dengar however ni macam dah masalah dah ni. Contoh bila saya cakap, oh rumah ni cantik, besar, location dia strategik, tapi bila dengar however tu, you tahu memang ada masalah. Okay, so use proper word, ataupun you nak guna nevertheless, apa-apalah. However, since the LDP polymerization in a tubular reactor is an intrinsic non-linear, you tak perlu faham bahasa-bahasa ni, apa benda non-linear proses intrinsic ni, certain parameters need to be studied before it can be assigned. Okay, in the optimization, if these parameters are not properly identified, optimization study might result in extra sets of unresolvable solution. Okay, you dah nampak Okay, lepas tu bila you dah ada problem ni, you baru bagi tahu you punya objectives. Okay, cantik. Sebenarnya bukanlah nak puji, tapi you all need to select a proper word so that when reader baca you punya abstract, the reader, he or she know exactly where is your background, where is your problem statement, and where is your objective, and what is your methodology. Okay, you tengok contoh, for example, you dah ada however, and then you ada therefore, ataupun you boleh guna ayat for this reason. Okay, ataupun you boleh guna ayat as a solution, ataupun you boleh guna ayat to counter this issue. Alright, so I know that your item students are very creative. You should be able to use much proper word ataupun much suitable word for the solution. A model sensitivity study needs to be carried out to identify the most significant parameters that affect the performance of LDP process in tubular reactor. Okay, you dah tahu dah objective of the research. Okay, An LDP tubular reactor model will be, okay class, since you are writing a pre-manuscript, you have to know that your experiment ataupun your work has not been done yet. Okay, belum jalan lagi. So you have to use future tense. Okay, in the methodology you have to use future tense. Okay, it will be developed and validated with industrial data prior. Okay, value of monomers, initial consideration, initiators, initial and index research will be used. Okay, ni you punya methodology Okay, I know you punya methodology very panjang, very long. Make it short and highlight those which are very significant and important. Right? Okay, yang ni surplus that's why I label it as a blue color. Okay, you don't have to put it, but if you have it, it will be much better. So it is expected that coefficient will be obtained. Right? So this is your expected result. So it is predicted from the sensitivity study, monomer flow rate, initial rate, okay, will give significant effect. Okay, this is expected conclusion lah. So additional lah This one is the additional part saja. Okay, this one surplus. Okay, keywords. So bila you baca ni, you dah boleh tahu dah. Dalam ni ada LDP, ada tubular reactor, sensitivity study, polymerization, free radical. Okay, macam mana I beritahu tadi, keywords is your hashtag. Dalam bahasa orang muda, budak-budak baru nak up ni, keyword is your hashtag. Dalam you punya Instagram, you punya YouTube, you punya Facebook. Okay, normally you nak people dapat cari you punya page ataupun page dengan senang, you buat hashtag, right? Okay, elements in the pre-manuscript, which is introduction. Alright, it is a good opportunity to inform readers the usefulness of the work to be presented. Alright, normally, okay, untuk introduction ni, normally it contains the following information: background of the research, the literature review, what are the existing systems, techniques, solutions, model, best solution, etc. And the gap in knowledge, citation of the relevant references, problem statements, aims, okay, purpose or objective. Okay, kalau you tengok abstract dengan introduction ni, dia lebih kurang macam adik-beradik je. Cuma dalam introduction ni, you have to write in much more detail. Okay, so I will show you example of the introduction. Okay, sorry. Okay, dalam introduction, sebab apa introduction will be, I think, apart from your methodology, introduction will be the most, orang kata, lengthy, ataupun orang kata dalam you punya dokumen, kalau you ada 3 pages, okay, for example, your pre-manuscript 5 pages lah, introduction will be most likely 2 to 3 pages. Okay, the first page will be your title, abstract and keywords. Okay, and maybe some portion of the first page will include introduction. Okay, I would like to say to you that introduction content, most likely it will require 2 to 3 pages. Okay, for a pre-manuscript of 5 pages. Kalau you ada 5 muka surat, you punya introduction will be 2 to 3 pages. Okay, maksudnya banyak content dia. Okay, that's why in your introduction section, it is expected, okay, items that are expected in the introduction. Okay, you should have figure. Okay, kalau you punya introduction, okay, you punya karangan, orang tak minat baca Okay, kalau kita punya bahasa mudah, it is a karangan lah. Okay, so try to explain your wording in figure ataupun schematic diagram of the process equipment. Okay, for example macam ni this whole process, kalau you boleh buat dalam orang kata paragraph, dalam sentences, you will have 2 paragraph. Okay, 2 paragraph with this figure alone. Okay, macam mana you nak dapat 2 paragraph? You have to refer literature review lah, research article. For example, this particular process, apa yang masuk, and what is the operating condition in the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and what is the output. Okay, so most likely introduction section, you will describe the process, the operating condition. Okay, so it will be helpful for readers to understand your explanatory sentences. Okay, kalau you just write your sentences, kadang-kadang you nak cerita pasal CSTR, continuous state tank reactor. Kalau orang chemical engineering ataupun orang memang industrial, dia faham CSTR tu, dia boleh imagine. Tapi kalau orang readers yang dia hanya interested dalam, contohnya you guna fiber dalam you punya production, you beritahu you guna CSTR, tapi dia tak pernah tahu apa CSTR tu. That's why it's better for you to have the, orang kata, the diagram, the figures for the CSTR, continuous state generator, so that readers can understand, okay, better. Okay, and then second item that I expected in the introduction section, okay, it is good for you to have table, okay, properties, comparison, tabulated data from previous study or any related information. Okay, again, for figure, don't forget to cite the reference. Okay, macam mana you dapat? Kalau you draw sendiri tak apa. Okay, for example, figure 1, okay, this is obtained from my own work. That's why I do not need any citation. But this one, I took from a previous citation, a previous research paper. That's why I need to cite the paper, right? Okay, for table, okay, for example, you would like to, okay, like the first process, the first scenario that I've told you, for example, effect of temperature on the reactivity of alcohol ataupun ethanol. Okay, so you boleh buat table 1 properties of ethanol, commercial ethanol. You boleh buat density, melting temperature. Okay, so because kalau you describe those macam those properties, these properties in wording, it will not be quite interesting. It's better for you to write in table form. Okay, next table, which is table 3. Okay, this is a comparison table. Okay, in order for me to highlight the research gap, I'm doing something like this: summary of reaction mechanism, availability in the recent publication. So outer one, okay, just put, okay, contohnya main reaction, okay, they have it. Okay, whereas for the outer number 2, okay, I will highlight which reaction that they didn't include in their modeling work. And kalau you pun you boleh buat dalam ni, it's better for you. I will very happy, atau as a personally, I will be very happy if you put your literature review in table form. Means that you know outer one temperature range dia 180, 90 to 180. Outer number 2 temperature range 280 to 360. And outer number 3 sekian. So that reader can see clearly that what is missing. Okay, so I hope you can really, orang kata, capture lah what I mean, right? So this is how you write your introduction. Okay, this is a very simplified version of introduction, but I would like I put it here so that I can explain to you. Apa saya receive WhatsApp? Sarah, so far okay ke?
So far betul. Cuma tadi adalah sikit stuck kat suara, tapi still understandable, insyaAllah.
Okay, kelas
Kalau student pun, kalau
kelas,
ada yang rasa macam tak sampai message apa yang doktor nak sampaikan tu, macam boleh je respon dekat chat tu. Cakap doktor boleh ulang ke, macam tu tau.
Okay, so far semua okay ke? Nanti saya short sendiri pula. Okay, please.
Okay, doktor.
Okay, I would like to listen some voices from the participant floor. Can you open your mic and say yes, please?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doktor.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, memang ada 7. More, come on. I would like to listen more and more voices. Please, class. Those who are already said, no need. Okay, count 1, count 2, count 3. Okay. I think maybe they will watch the recorded version. Okay, for the introduction. Okay, so background. Right. Again, kalau you tengok dalam abstract pun, I have written the background. So in the introduction, I will write again the background in much complete form. Okay, it will be lengthier from the abstract. Okay, for example, and try to avoid repetition. Kan, kalau you punya abstract, you dah write you punya background sekian, you jangan bubuh dalam introduction you. Okay, avoid that. Ataupun you nak write juga, tapi you change you rephrase the word, is okay. Okay, LDP is one of the most important commodity polymers with great industrial significance. Okay, ini memang general lah. globally LDP is widely used for manufacturing. Okay, apa dia punya usage dia, application. Okay, nevertheless, okay, ni pun sama, still background. Kalau orang baca pun dia masih macam kata tak trigger lah. So dia just tahu, okay, kita tahu sebab apa kita buat benda yang sama. Okay, still secondly, background literature review. Okay, bila you dah masuk second paragraph ni, ataupun paragraph before you punya scope of research ni, ataupun you punya scope lah, you start to, orang kata, increase your tone. Okay, like this is general, and secondly, you should mention the process involved. Okay, the process involved. In this is my case, you all might have a different cases. So try to use the concept, to apply the concept. Okay, the high pressure polymerization of ethylene to is broadly employed to produce LDPE. Okay, right now you can see, this is a general statement. This is like, orang kata, kalau kita engineering ni, kita panggil ni macam social sciences activity. Okay, secondly, baru kita start masuk science and technology. Okay, kalau orang business dia kata yang first ni hanyalah market. Okay, market. Kalau you all buat pasal environment, start daripada first wording ni, start daripada, orang kata, macam mana social sciences. Ceritalah contohnya effect of waste, generated plastic waste. Dalam saya buat produce plastik. Okay, contohlah kan, plastic waste globally, orang kata, has reached to a level that is a concern. And everyday papers publishing about global global land waste. Okay, ceritalah lebih kepada society, lebih pada science social, lebih kepada marketing. And secondly, baru start go into engineering. Okay, macam mana it is developed. Kalau you cerita pasal waste tadi, macam mana waste tu start to create problem dalam orang kata, in term of dia punya, okay, related to the fossil fuel, for example, sebab plastik ni dia produce from fossil fuel. Okay, you boleh ceritalah berapa contohnya degradation of plastik, ataupun banyak lagi you boleh tengok macam mana science of technology perspective. Okay, and then you start to emphasize on the field of research. Okay, considering the requirement for high compression power, okay, kat sini, and expensive cost raw materials, the operational cost of revenue is undoubtedly high. Okay, awal ni kita panggil ayat-ayat manis, ayat-ayat explanatory, tak ada apa-apa nak trigger sangat. And start from this, you start to create, orang kata, increase your tone, so that people can see that it is heading toward problem, ataupun toward your research gap. Okay, however, considering the experiment, it's apparently known there are difficulties to obtain good model formulation. Okay, you boleh nampak macam mana you punya flow. This is background. This is background with regards to your science and technology perspective. And then this is an emphasis of the field of your research. Okay, focus. Okay, yang ni general, and then start from this, kita dah cerita macam mana nak optimize. Sebab apa, dalam proses operation banyak lagi faktor, banyak lagi field yang you boleh study. Contohnya dalam ni, daripada ni you nak study quality, and then you try emphasize of the field on the field of research. Wording ni you just mention everything about quality. Okay, macam case I ni, I nak improve the productivity. So this paragraph I will write everything that is related to the productivity. Okay, bila we cakap pasal productivity, you will have to adjust certain parameters. Okay, inlet flow rate, concentration of certain parameters. Okay, so emphasize. Okay, and then you write analysis on previous study. Okay, various computational pro model has been reported over the past 40 years. Okay, write the citation. Okay, yang ni, yang sebenarnya paragraph ni yang I think it's very important lah. Sebab apa? It will, kata, tell the readers what is the approach, ataupun what is the gap. Okay, you tengok kat sini, various computational has been reported author A has conducted study on blah blah blah. Whereas study on blah 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 maksudnya, okay, contohnya ni, has conducted study on effect of temperature. Whereas study on effect of temperature has been carried out by author B. Okay, you have to discuss it. It will be good if you have 5 years back research paper. Okay, you have to read and you have to highlight all the their research scope and activities. Okay, and then this is where you put your research gap. Okay, however, none of the studies have reported as a sensitivity study with the inclusion of accomplished air product properties in their work. To date, okay, ni macam explanatory juga lah. Okay, nevertheless, melt flow index, which is the most common measurement, is excluded from his work. You boleh faham kalau I boleh cerita tadi, kalau macam untuk kes yang I bagi tahu contoh macam kes Sarah tadi, for example, temperature range of 270 degree to 360 degree is excluded from his work. Means that tak ada siapa pernah buat. Okay, so author A buat temperature sekian-sekian, author B buat temperature sekian-sekian, author C, and suddenly tak ada siapa buat. Dan you nak highlightkan the importance of study that particular temperature, you have to write it. Okay, so you have to proposing your solution. So write your objectives here. You jangan pula label dalam you punya introduction macam I label highlight merah ni Please avoid that. So for this reason, in the present study, a computational model will be, future tense, will be developed and validated with the inclusion of MFI as product. Furthermore, yang sini baru you write in detail your objective. Kalau you punya abstract tu, you just write it in one sentence only. But for introduction, you write it in complete objective. For example, you have 2 objectives, you have to put it, right? So those, this I highlighted as red. This is the item that is involved in your rubric. Rubric for marking. Evaluator will see this, whether you have this or not. If you have this, you will get marked. In the later stage, I will show you the rubric. Methodology. We have reached to the third part, which is methodology. Basically, methodology consists of description of the research design or research framework, data collection methods and analysis techniques. This part I will not explain much because the concept you already learned it in your, I think in your second year, second year, third year and fourth year. Concept is same. Very much the same. The only thing that is different is in your methodology for your pre-manuscript, you have to write it in future tense. Again, saya highlight in future tense. You have to say that materials that will be used for this study is you write it as for example hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, chlorine gas, materials. And for the procedures, you have to write it. In pre-manuscript, kalau you tanya I punya student, personally, for research methodology section, it is good for you to provide a flow chart. Flow chart. So data collection, describe how data are collected, including the data parameters. For those who are doing modeling simulation, you in the later process, there is some requirement for you, which is to validate your work, your simulation ataupun modeling work. And for that reason, you need a data daripada industri ataupun lab work. You punya modeling ataupun you punya simulation, these are just approximation. It is not proven correct until it is validated. Macam mana you validated that particular data, your punya simulation data, by comparing from the lab work ataupun industrial data. Data analysis method, technique, okay, used in the article must be cited and explained. If the method of analysis developed from the current research, it must be explained clearly. Okay, for example, I use Aspen. Okay, I need to mention in the methodology section procedures, okay, which software that I use, okay, what parameters that I use, okay, what solver that I use. Okay, we have to write everything in clear picture so that the process ataupun you punya method is producible, repeatable. Kalau contohnya bukan Sarah lagi, contohnya kita panggil Christine. Okay, Christine buat eksperimen, okay, pada tahun 2022. Okay, pada tahun 2023 ada satu researcher, dia nak guna approach yang digunakan oleh Christine, tetapi gunakan interval of parameter ataupun temperature berbeza. So dia guna, bila dia guna tengok method tu tak boleh jalan, tak boleh pakai. So dia try parameter yang run by Christine in 2022. Bila dia run, tengok-tengok memang tak boleh dapat, memang tak boleh run. Okay, so macam ni dia akan create another ethical issue. Okay, dalam previous lecture ada bagi tahu pasal ada orang bunuh diri sebab dia reputable researcher, and then dia punya work tu, methodology, okay, bahasa mudah dia, in easiest orang kata word dia simple, kira tipu lah. Okay, method dia ditipu. So bila next researcher buat benda yang sama exactly, it is not repeatable. Data yang dia dapat deviate from the previous research. So dia masuk mahkamah tu, court masuk mahkamah, dan researcher, that particular researcher very orang kata malu, and dia commit suicide, bunuh diri. So be careful with that. Okay, I think this one, okay, I have explained in detail in the previous slide. Okay, for experimental works, okay, this must be reported, methods and materials. Okay, make sure all the materials used detailed, okay, are given in the methodology section. Experiment carried out must be explained chronological order. Okay, means your procedure must be in chronological, first, second, third. Okay, in the fourth step, you have to repeat the procedure of number 1 using parameter A, parameter B, and parameter C, and parameter D. Okay, that's why I will not explain much in this section, because I believe in your second year, third year, you have went through much, I think, lab session, and you have to write the lab report. Whereas for the methodology, I think you are very quite clear for that. Okay, abbreviations of the chemical. Okay, this one, make sure dalam materials you, you jangan guna orang kata trade. Dalamnya ada beritahu tak? Okay, sorry. You punya, okay, contohnya macam initiator, you guna, kalau dalam business ataupun dalam quotation, kita panggil trade, dia ada trade abbreviation dia. Contoh macam dia sepatutnya isopropyl, butanol, dihyde, something like that. Tapi untuk nak bagi mudah, dia panggil trigonox. Okay, you should never use that trade name. Put the clear name, isopropyl, butaldehyde. Okay, for example, don't put trigonox. Okay, you akan come out benda-benda macam ni banyak kali nanti kat dalam lab. Always state the standard you use in your test. Okay, API, ISO, ISTM. Okay, this one is a standard that you have to follow in order for you to conduct kata characterization study. Okay, so the last part in the experimental work, do you have any question? So far, do you have any question? Okay, dalam methodology, you don't put kata contohlah method untuk test matte flow index. Okay, matte flow index of polymer plastic. Okay, you ada method 1 dengan method 2. Okay, tapi you nak pakai method 1 pun, method 1 tu je yang pakai, and you don't have to put the other method number 2. Okay, if you have 2 method, you put it inside the literature review. Okay, dalam methodology adalah method yang you will use, you decided to choose. Okay, not a comparison of methodology between authors ataupun previous researcher. So in methodology is orang kata accurate method, final method. Okay, tapi you all jangan risau sebab I tahu you all masih kat orang kata RP1, FYP1. You jangan risau, mungkin you punya method ni you rasa macam tak boleh pakai nanti RP2, FYP2. Okay, your method can still be changed, okay? Can still be changed. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that is that's why in your RP2, FYP2 manuscript writing, you have to write what is the exact methodology that you have used. Okay. Okay, so for referencing of the pre-manuscript, okay, basically it is a list of bibliographic information for all the resources that you cited in the article. Okay, styles of writing references. Okay, make sure citation you cite the researcher paper. Okay, you jangan copy, you jangan rephrase without citing them. Ini kita panggil pencuri. Okay, property theft. Okay. Style of writing references depends on the publisher. In your case, APA style. I think this is turun-temurun lah, traditional traditional style lah untuk writing reference. Means that bila you punya paper dalam you punya paragraph tu, you akan ada Ashraf et al, you akan ada saya susah tu nak sebut nama. Okay, Sufyan et al, you akan ada Arif et al ataupun Arif and Aziz 2022. Okay, for referencing okay, style of research. Okay, this one is apa. Kalau you guna IEEE, okay, instead of guna Arif and Aziz 2022, okay, you akan guna satu value saja, number 3, then you have this kind of interval. Okay, like the one that I showed previously. Okay, for managing is good for you to use EndNote ataupun Mendeley. Okay, so this one I think you have to refer to the top series number 1, which is Mendeley Talk. Use that software for the referencing. Okay, check balik because the recording we have it. Check it, use it. Otherwise, you akan ada problem dalam referencing nanti. Okay, formatting given in the model. Okay, general info. Dalam model, you boleh tengok dalam tabs general info and sources. Okay, click this. Then scroll down until you see the option for pre-manuscript template for RP1 and FYP1. Okay, this will be your template. Right. Follow template, jangan ubah. Contoh macam ni ada space kan. You rasa, buat apa space ni macam tak perlu je. You kecilkan space tu. Tak boleh. So template, you have to follow the template. Okay, font, size, jangan ubah. Macam ni, Times New Roman. You tak boleh ubah suka-suka pergi Calibri, suka pergi Tahoma. You cannot do that. Okay, you have to learn lah. This is a concept of publishing paper to the publisher. Alright, so abstract. Okay, let's say you don't want to write in this template yet. In template first, you write it in just in your normal Word document. Just write it in a normal Word document, and later on you just paste. Okay, paste this. Follow this template. I know you know this. Okay, for you just write in a single column. Macam ni you dah ada double column. One column, second column. So in order for you, okay, it will be easy. It will be much easier for you if you can write it in just a single column wording. Microsoft Word, single column without any formatting. Okay, once you have finished with the writing, you start to copy and paste. Follow this format. Okay, this will be easier. Right? Okay, I would like to stress. I would like to mention to you. Save your document frequently. Okay, you ada thesis nanti, you akan ada report nanti. Save your document selalu, frequently. Kalau you tak save, then computer you hang. Sian, sedih. Right? So checklist. Make sure citation follow APA style. Text size should follow the size given in the template. Figures and tables format must match the template format. Okay, you tengok dalam template tu. Dia ada contoh macam ni. Okay, tengok table ni. Okay, kita hanya ada straight macam ni, kita tak ada cross this one. Okay, kita ada parallel line, perpendicular line kita tak ada pun. Okay, this is example of the format of the table. You check, tengok table 1 ada bold, yang lain tak ada bold. Okay, this is format. Bukan saya saja typo error ke, tiba-tiba ada bold tak ada bold, tak. So careful with that. Okay, don't forget the unit for values. Okay, you akan ada guna value. Make sure you jangan guna sampai 0.0000345 tak ya. Make sure you use just 2 or 3 decimal places and make it standard. Okay, don't forget the unit for the values. Kilogram per meter cube. Okay, meter per feet square, and so on. Okay, check your grammar software like Grammarly.
Doktor, Assalamualaikum.
Yes,
Saya
Waalaikumsalam.
start sikit, Doktor.
Ha? Suara start. Sarah, you there, Sarah? Okay, sekejap. Okay, I will check. Sarah, start. Okay ke? Saya tak dengar. Tak dengar. Saya off screen je. Boleh dengar tak? Okay, can anyone listen to my voice? Start lah. Sekejap lah. Boleh dengar ke, Sarah?
Dia just stuck sikit. Suara dah okey dah.
Okey tak? Boleh dengar tak?
Boleh dengar.
Okay, sorry for the interruption. Right.
Doktor.
Okay, testing, okay? Sarah?
Jadi tadi kalau start sikit tu dekat area dekat masa tulis tentang decimal point dekat table tu je. Start
Okay.
dari situ sikit lah.
Okay,
Lain
I
semua tu je.
will switch off my camera so that okay, Sarah, you may switch off your. I don't know whether it is effect, but boleh dengar lagi?
Bila mana?
Okay, good. Okay. Alright, so kat sini tadi okay, I continue back. Okay, in terms of decimal places, make sure you need to use 2 or 3 decimal places. Let's say you use 2, make sure you standardize for all section. Okay, abstract, introduction, and methodology. Don't forget to use the unit for the values. Okay, unit is unit for unit. Okay, right. I would like to say for unit, okay, you has to use standard. Kalau you guna SI, please use SI unit. Kalau you use British unit, please use British. Okay, means that you jangan ubah-ubah. You dah guna kg per meter cube, make sure you guna kg per meter cube. Jangan suddenly tiba-tiba ada pound, pound per feet cube. Okay, no need. We don't like that. So make sure you kata istiqamah lah, consistency in the unit, right? Usage of unit. Okay, check your grammar. Software like Grammarly is suggested. Okay, no short forms. Okay, kat dalam ni it's good for you to have software like Grammarly, ataupun you have to submit to your supervisor for the early revision. Okay, kalau you hantar kat supervisor you lambat, most likely supervisor tak sempat check, dan nanti bila examiner baca, mungkin dia akan stress. Okay, kelas kalau satu orang dia buat master atau PhD dan English grammar dia broken English, most likely he or she will not graduate. Okay, he or she will be handled with major revision ataupun major correction. After he or she complete his revision, okay, then baru dia boleh dapat his or her PhD ataupun master. So grammar is very important. Okay, bukan sebab kita UiTM ke apa ke tak, Tapi sebab I beritahu, we use English in the reporting of the publication, right? Even for universities like Indonesian, even though they use their bahasa kebangsaan, bahasa Indonesia, but when it comes to publication, when it comes to publishing their research article, they need to write in English. Banyak paper yang I dah check yang Indonesian, for example, we need to comment lah. We have to ask them, please submit your work to the proofreading service. Maksudnya, please hantar pada orang yang boleh buat proofread, prepare English grammar and so on, right? So use correct tense. Okay, dalam you punya paper, you check kalau previously work done by previous researcher, then this is a past tense. Ataupun work yang to be done, you have to use future tense, will be, right? Careful sebab apa, nanti you punya research paper, you baca yang journal-journal sebelum ni, semua guna past tense, especially on the abstract ataupun dalam methodology, in the conclusion. You jangan copy paste directly, you kena be careful, right? Okay, plagiarism, okay, I will not touch on this much because it is mentioned again and again, over and over again in every semester. So right now, our approach for plagiarism is you have to check it with your own supervisor. Okay, your supervisor will need to check your plagiarism. So the software that we are using right now is original, right? Original. Okay, so this is handful tips for you. Okay, dalam research manuscript yang I dah baca in the last semester evaluation, a lot of student having problem inserting this kind of diagram. Okay, sebab apa, you punya page ni, you ada double column tau. Okay, tapi you nak bubuh diagram you besar. Apa yang you student buat, you bubuh diagram you letak kat kolom ni. Apa akan jadi? Gambar tu jadi kecil. So in order for you to counter this issue, use add text box option. Okay, you dalam Microsoft Word ada text box, dalam PowerPoint you ada text box. Please use add text box option, and then you boleh set the size of the text box. Okay, lepas tu baru you copy and paste you punya figure, tables atau diagram masuk dalam text box. Okay, by doing this you will have orang kata single figure, a big figure in this double column page, right? So this is a handful tips for you. Okay, useful reliable software to remove plagiarism. Okay, I tak tahu whether I am allowed to tell you or not, but I think this is a technology, because kita tak nak orang kata susah payah, pening-pening nak rephrase word kan, sebab you all banyak kerja lagi you perlu buat. Kita sekarang actually basically I bagi tahu kat you I tak tulis kat sini, so those who paid attention, they will be able to know the software. Okay, the software is Quillbot. Okay, QUILLBOT. Okay, bila you ada software ni, you will be able to remove plagiarism. You can decide how much plagiarism you like to have. Okay, for example, for these sentences I have, okay, when I paste it in the Quillbot, okay, the Quillbot, okay, the software will rephrase this word accordingly. Okay, but still you need to double check, or else the meaning of the rephrased sentences could deviate. Okay, class, attention. I think those who pay attention, they will be able to know the software. Quillbot, again, QUILLBOT. Saya beli kat Shopee. Alright, so for referencing, use Mendeley. Okay, for references dated in the last 5 years will be much preferred by readers, evaluator, examiner. Okay, jangan, kalau you terpaksa guna last 10 years, please. Tapi references dated in the last 5 years will be much preferred by readers ataupun examiner. Okay, so lagi satu you punya handful tips. Match your pre-manuscript content according to the rubric. Okay, dengan kita coordinator dengan orang kata dengan berbesar hati, kita share rubric for your orang kata complete course in the general info and sources. Dalam Moodle tab general info and sources, dalam tu ada rubric. Okay, what I've shared right now is your rubric for pre-manuscript. So the easiest way to write your manuscript is by following this, kita panggil pembaris lah, ruler lah. Okay, kalau you tak guna pembaris, you akan dapat bengkok-bengkok. Alah. Hello, everybody? Sarah?
Kau terdengar tak suara saya?
Saya dengar, so far saya dengar.
Baik. Okay, tapi tadi atas stuck sikit masa nak explain pasal rubrik.
Okay, rubrik tu, okay.
Rubrik, boleh?
Alright. Macam mana saya nak share balik? Okay, rubrik Simple je, rubrik, you just follow the description of the rubrik. Okay, make sure the contents of abstract, you have these items. And for the introduction section, make sure you have all these items. Okay, dalam contoh yang I have shown to you, okay, that the example consists of all these elements. Okay, when you have all these elements, okay, sometimes, okay, you all have these elements, but because of your wording and cara you tulis, dia tak nampak macam problem statement. Okay, so be careful with that. So choosing a proper word is very important. Okay, however, therefore, as a solution, okay, for that reason, okay, you have to select a proper word so that when reader read your word, they know, okay, this is a problem statement, this is your adjective, this is solution, this is a research gap. So general, format, grammar, reference, structure and pre-manuscript length. Okay, your page for pre-manuscript is minimum 3 pages maximum memang tak ada, tapi you janganlah copy paste you punya report ataupun you punya thesis masuk dalam manuscript. So try to be 3 hingga 7 page ataupun 8 page. That will be good enough for you. Okay, so I think with that session, saya dah reach to the end of my session Sarah. Sarah, are you there, Sarah?
Okay, insyaAllah. So, kalau ada students yang nak tanya pun boleh. Kita ada lagi 4 minit ke, sampai 10:30. Kalau ada apa soalan, boleh open mic ataupun better open mic lah supaya lebih cepat session PNA je. Ada soalan pada Dr. Ashraf?
Ya, siapa tu? Alif ke? Alif ni boleh tanya kat tangan. Yes, please. You punya submission 27 Jun. 27 June will be the submission of the pre-manuscript. So you have plus minus 1 month.
Okay, tak apa, insyaAllah. So kalau kita bagi masa 1 minit lagi untuk soalan. Kalau tak ada dalam 1 minit ni, takkan.
Kalau tak ada,
InsyaAllah tak ada. Okay, Dato' boleh tanya soalan. Kalau tak ada soalan daripada student, speaker boleh tanya soalan juga lah.
okay, we give them 1 minute. Kalau ada soalan, I will ask Fizal Azmi Semua faham ke? Angkat tangan. Semua faham? Boleh count ke yang angkat tangan?
Boleh dia keluar. Dia keluar juga lah bilangnya.
Alright.
16 orang.
Okay, sekejap, give me some time. Ada siapa share attendance today? Sarah, dalam chat box so far?
Tak ada.
Okay, kalau tak ada, saya buat satu text box. Okay, saya buat text box lah. Saya buat attendance list sekejap
Okay, boleh.
Okay, saya nak tanya siapa tadi? Okay, I would like to ask tadi siapa? Afizal Azmi. Are you there, Afizal Azmi? Missing. Okay, we don't have Afizal Azmi here. Okay, do we have Nur Izzati Abdul Rahim? Do we have Nur Izzati, please respond?
Hello, yes, saya ada.
Okay, Nur Izzati, so far how's your research?
So far my research tak ada progress banyak lagi lah. Now macam I'm focusing on my midterm semua.
Okay,
So
tak
macam
apa.
everything tengah pause.
Okay, tak apa, saya faham. Memang betul you need to focus on your midterm currently. So how's about your supervision? How frequent you meet your supervisor? Ataupun your supervisor meet you?
Baru jumpa dalam 3 kali macam I think frequent jugalah, better than selalu contact through WhatsApp macam tu.
Alright. Okay. So far, Nur Izzati, you pernah write research article ataupun something like that in your lab report? You think from your point of view?
Diploma?
Yes, again.
Waktu diploma pernah lah.
Waktu diploma. Okay, good. Okay, so in your point of, from your point of view, you tengok lab report dengan the pre-manuscript that I have explained today, ada banyak tak significant perbezaan dia? Ke sama je lebih kurang?
Hari tu ada juga lab report buat manuscript kan. I think dia macam lebih kurang je lah, tapi
Kurang. Okay, good. Okay, sekejap Okay, thank you.
rasanya macam ni, this one need more detail kot.
Alright, thank you very much, Nur Izzati. Sarah.
Okay, thank you.
Sarah, can you choose anyone from the participants?
Cuba lah.
Just randomly, no problem. We need to make it fast.
Kita try Hafizal Azmi ada ke? Hafizal Azmi bin Ahmad. Are you there?
Okay, next.
Tak ada. Okay, tak ada. Raida ada Raida. Raida binti Rozaili sebab nampak angkat tangan tadi.
Ingatlah tak ada orang.
Tak ada.
Jangan takut.
Muhammad Alif tadi ada ke? Boleh open mic ke Muhammad Alif bin Samiun?
Okay, tak apa. Sarah.
Tak ada. Okay. Ya, tak.
Sarah, dulu graduate UiTM
Dari ATM.
So dulu tak ada lagi kan manuskrip ni kan? Untuk RP1 kan?
Tak ada.
Okay, so
Manuskrip
sekarang
tak ada. Dulu ada thesis je rasanya.
Dulu ada thesis dia. Okay, so beza kan?
Beza sebab rasanya kalau thesis tu macam panjang lah, kita boleh tulis apa kita nak, apa kita suka.
Ya, betul.
Tapi manuskrip lebih details lah.
Alright, so
kalau tak ada apa-apa kan.
sekejap saya nak bagi form kat dorang. Saya nak bagi dorang ni isi. Lepas tu saya nak bagi dorang link sekejap Share. Give me some just one. Ada soalan please?
Tak ada.
Okay, I will pass you link for attendance today. Kindly fill in the form. We will give just extra time, 3 minutes, okay, Sarah and everyone. Sorry for using much more time than 10:30. Supposed to end 10:30. Okay. Student pun tak ada soalan. Okay, kelas legal advice be careful ataupun you have to kata precaution with your time management because time management is very important. Otherwise you all akan drain, letih kan, nak tangkap design project, nak tangkap research project, nak tangkap midterm lagi, assignment lagi, quiz. So make sure you have a proper time management. And in terms of research project, it is quite a new thing for you because you are going to deal with supervisor. Without your supervisor, you will not be able to progress. Okay, because supervisor will tell you how to be done, when it is going to be done, why it is going to be conducted. So it's very important for you to rely on your supervisor. Okay, communicate with your supervisor, and when the time for submission approaching, okay, jangan buat last minute punya kerja. Supervisor memang akan ada emotional. Okay, dia akan ada emotional, dia akan ada masalah lah nanti. You akan ada masalah dengan supervisor. Kalau you kena hantar contoh, for example, submission draft of pre-manuscript 13 Jun ataupun 12 Jun, I tak check, tapi roughly on that date, make sure 1 week before you have already approached your supervisor. Make sure to approach your supervisor 1 week before, especially on the orang kata revision. Kalau tak, you just submit 1 hari dan esok you nak kena hantar kat Google, kat Moodle, then you boleh tahulah macam mana perasaan seorang supervisor yang ada anak, ada isteri, ada kerja yang sangat banyak, yang luar biasa ni, dan ada banyak lagi supervision. Mereka ada DP2, mereka ada DP1, RP2, RP1, ada lagi master student, PhD student. Can you imagine kalau you buat benda yang macam ni? So it will affect your mark. So careful. Okay, saya punya approach as a student dulu very simple. Saya ada timetable. Whenever I would like to play games ataupun tengok wayang ke, nak pergi minum kedai mamak ke, tengok bola 3-4 pagi, saya buat. Tapi saya akan allocate time for work. Okay, very important. Kalau you play it seriously. Kalau you work seriously. 100% effort. Okay, that is my little piece of advice for you. Okay, so with that, I think I pass the floor to Sarah.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you again, Dr. Ashraf, for answering those questions and for the great presentation. Hopefully students dapat banyak lah, bukan setakat ilmu tentang manuscript, tapi pun Dr. bagi nasihat lah tentang time management tu sendiri kan. So was a pleasure to have you with us, Doctor. So this concludes the webinar lah, insyaAllah. So sebelum tutup, kita tutup majlis kita lah dengan tasbih kafar dan surah Al-A'raf. Okay, insyaAllah. So thank you everyone for attending. Hope you have learned and enjoyed this presentation, insyaAllah. Okay, with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor.
All the best for your midterm.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sure, you're welcome. Okay, Sarah, kita tutup lah. Okay, nak tunggu semua keluar bila dia tak keluar. Alright, thank you.
Okay, baik.
For today's
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, for the moderation for today's session. Alright, see you, all the best.
Alright.
Assalamualaikum.